Hey guys, how are ya? Richard here with Alien Bros, and boy, today do I have some completely insane UFO sightings for you guys. They were just flat out amazing, and afterwards some news that I think you guys will find pretty interesting as well. There are two that I am especially excited to share with you guys. They show video footage of objects displaying feats far beyond what anything man-made is capable of. I was speechless after watching them for the first time. Alright, so this first sighting that I have for you guys shows what appears to be a UFO that would qualify as what is known in the UFO community as a fast mover. I have two clips of fast movers for you guys today, and they're not behaving in the way that we normally see with these fast moving objects. They are performing aerial maneuvers that typically are not seen with these fast movers, and at such speeds it would be impossible for any conventional aircraft to perform them. At least not with today's technology. Anyway, this sighting was captured over Indianapolis, Indiana on April 18th of 2015. The footage shows an object flying over a baseball stadium right after a helicopter flies by and at an incredible speed, while simultaneously making a maneuver that clearly is under intelligent control. In fact, the object is moving so quickly that you likely won't be able to see it until I show you guys the slowed down footage. However, I will play the clip twice for you guys to let you have a chance to try and spot it on your own. The original sighting was slowed down for a chunk of the footage, but it was after the object already flew by. The reason why is because during that part of the clip, the witness was attempting to use a slow motion feature on their phone to capture the helicopter blades in slow motion, and ended up catching this sighting completely by accident. Alright, now pay close attention to the top right hand corner of the stadium, where you will see the helicopter flying overhead. I'll play you guys the clip and then play the slowed down footage afterwards, because even if you know where to look, you may still not be able to spot it until you see it slow down. Let me know down in the comments if you were able to spot it without slowing the footage down. If you did, you have a great eye. I'll go ahead and play the footage for you guys now, and we'll get into more details on it afterwards, alright? Here it is.
Are you into me? Did you? Yeah. Look at it. And
Did you see it? Here's the slowed down footage in case you weren't able to. So as you guys can see, this sighting is just flat out incredible. When I go through and debunk UFO footage, there are a lot of factors that I pay attention to. However, the thing I look for the most is speed and unrealistic maneuvers. This object has both, and in a way that I believe outclasses any terrestrial aircraft. It is hard to gauge the size of the UFO based on its speed causing blur and how far away the object appears to be, which does make things a bit more difficult. This sighting is an extreme example of fast mover UFOs, and before we go any further, I'll read you guys the witness's statement. The statement reads, "An Indianapolis Indians game with my fiance, I recorded a slow motion video of a helicopter nearby, hoping to get a nice shot of the rotary blades in slow motion at 224 frames per second. Looking at the video, I then noticed a strange dark object moving faster than any living creature or man-made craft would be able to move. I had no idea what the object was. I thought at first it may be a bird, but the real-time version of the video disproved that based upon speed. It entered the top right portion of the screen and crossed the horizon with time and super speed, then cuts right and moves behind the stadium lights, which helped me to determine the size of the object, which would be at least the size of a small plane. I thought to myself after seeing the video over and over again that this is completely abnormal and felt it important enough to report it. I didn't stay on the object because I only noticed it after I reviewed the video." That is the end of the witness's statement. We have showed footage of fast movers before, however this footage takes it to a whole new level entirely. I have no idea what this object could be, however I don't think that this is anything from this planet. It would be nice if there was a way to gauge the size of the object, however I don't think it's really possible to do it accurately with this footage. This sighting, however, is different in a way from your typical fast movers because instead of showing up as a bright streak of fast moving white light, it shows up up as an actual object. Here is a clip which we shared in a past video to show you guys that are new here what I'm talking about. As you can see, the object in the footage is a fast moving streak of white light. These things have been captured all over the world, but nobody can give a definite answer regarding what they are. There are theories ranging from extraterrestrial aircraft to government craft, or even extra-dimensional beings transgressing between the realms of reality and manipulating space-time. As far as an explanation for debunking them goes, they're hard to come by with footage like this one, and I certainly don't have one for this video. The maneuvers and flight speed rule out so many things that I have absolutely no clue as to how this could be recreated or what it could actually be. Not to mention, the object must be flying faster than the speed of sound for our eyes to be unable to see it, and yet there was no sonic boom, so it is very unlikely that this object is terrestrial in origin. What do you guys think this object is? Do you think that there's a reasonable explanation for this, or is this something unexplainable? At the moment, for me, this is a genuine UFO, and I have no idea what it is. Let us know your thoughts on this down in the comments, and if by chance one of you were at this game and saw this same object, then send us over an email, especially if you caught some footage of this thing on your own. Anyway, I have one more fast mover sighting to share with you guys today. This next sighting was captured over Havana, Cuba on August 27th of 2018, and it is very similar to the last one that I just shared with you guys. This clip was filmed in slow motion as well, only this time the source caught the object while he was using his slow motion camera to catch a slowed down video of the lightning during a storm, but caught this object instead. If this had not been filmed in slow motion, you would never be able to see the object with your eyes as it is moving way too fast, so this was an amazingly lucky capture. The clip is only 12 seconds long, so I'll play the clip twice for you guys so you get a chance to examine the object for yourselves before I talk about it further. Alright, now check out this footage. As you guys can see, this is no normal aircraft. It is moving far too fast for it to be a bird or any normal type of aircraft manufactured on this planet, and it is exhibiting characteristics that are clearly beyond anything humans have access to. I'm not saying that there is no chance this could be government, but if it is, it's definitely something that didn't originate from us. To me, it also seems like it could be a smaller object, possibly a Foo Fighter or some sort of ET spycraft. The more these things that are spotted around the world, the stranger this mystery becomes. Why are these things here? That is my biggest question. I'll go ahead now and read you guys the witness's statement, although it is an extremely short one. The statement reads, "I was trying to film the lightning in slow motion with my iPhone, there was a storm, and I never saw or heard anything. I only saw the object later in the video." That is the end of the witness's statement. The fact that he could not see it or hear it fits the description of these fast movers. The most troubling aspect of all this though is the lack of a sonic boom while these things fly by. This is why I think that there is a chance that they may be interdimensional travelers. They are moving at speeds far too fast for the human eye and very clearly well past the speed of sound. If these objects are breaking Mach 1 and doing it completely undetected without a single sound, there is obviously something very strange at work here, and this technology is altering the world around it, because it's altering the laws of physics. What do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think this thing is down in the comments. Is there an explanation for these fast movers? If you guys have one, then feel free to voice it and let us know what you guys think they are. Don't just take what I say as a fact. It's all just my theories and opinions, and as I have said multiple times before, you should always come to your own conclusions on what you believe these UFOs are based on the evidence. It is entirely possible that I am wrong altogether. I have been wrong before, but these are some amazing feats being displayed, and I simply don't know what could possibly match them. That's just my thoughts on it though. Alright, next up, I have a UFO sighting from Cedarhurst, New York that was captured on August 29th of 2018, and it shows an incredibly strange UFO with some very good detail. It is short, but at the same time, stunning footage. It is one of the clearest pictures of a genuine UFO that I have ever come across, and I think it will leave you guys just as amazed as I was when I first watched it. I'll go ahead and play you guys the clip now, and we'll talk more on it afterwards, alright? Here it is.
What the hell is that?
So like I said, this is some incredibly good quality footage for a UFO sighting. It is certainly far better than what we normally see with these types of footage. Before I go on, I'll read you guys the witness's statement. It is a rather short one. The statement reads, "While driving to the JFK International Airport, I noticed a very odd-looking aerial craft moving in my direction across the sky. I stopped to observe it closer as it passed almost overhead. There was no sound, as if it was floating and had appendages." That is the end of the witness's statement. So this UFO has some very strange and distinct features. The source of the footage claimed it had what he called appendages. I get what the source meant by that, as this object is a very strange shape, and it does appear to me to have what almost look like they could be handles or something along those lines. However, this thing appears to be metal, and as far as I can tell, it does not fit the description of any normal aircraft, nor does it look like any drone that I have ever seen either. The height of this thing in the sky, combined with how visible the UFO was to the camera, makes me believe that this thing that the witness saw was very, very large. It is certainly not normal, that's for sure. The footage does not appear to have been tampered with in any way, and the pixelation of the object matches the rest of the footage perfectly, and it makes me think that there is no way that this could be CGI or anything like that either. I think it is possible that the source captured what may likely be an extraterrestrial aircraft of some kind. There appears to be no aviation equipment, and the ridiculous shape of the object could never be aerodynamic enough to fly, and it is hovering high in the sky, and doing so in complete control of its movements. I only wish that the clip was longer so that we would have more time to examine its behavior in the sky. I think that the source, however, caught something truly strange here, and it is something that I think may be extraterrestrial in origin due to its appearance and size. Let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments. Do you have any idea what this thing is? Feel free to voice your theories, and if you saw the same object and have more footage of it, or some footage of something similar, then definitely send us over an email so we can work on getting to the bottom of what these things are. The more we learn about these objects, the closer we get to full disclosure of this phenomenon in the ET presence, and the better off we will be. The truth will come out, and this government cover-up must be ended and revealed to the public for the cover-up that it is. Anyway, next I have one last UFO sighting for you guys today before we get into the news, and I found it to be very perplexing. This footage I originally saw shared by my friend UFO Man, and he had shared it from his friend's channel, the original poster, Mavi777, and links to both their videos will be down in the description. If you haven't checked them out, I recommend you guys do so and throw them both a sub because they both do great work on their channels and have some incredible UFO footage. Anyway, this footage was captured over Baja, California and Mexico on August 11th of 2018. The footage actually shows multiple videos captured by different people in the area that witnessed it as a mass sighting. I'll go ahead and play you guys the clip now, and we'll talk more on it afterwards, alright? Here it is. So this sighting really stuck out to me because of the multiplication of the lights, the duration of them, and the all-around strange static behavior. Normally, I would think something like this would be flares, but it doesn't seem to be the case with this sighting. There was no claim of military flares being used in the area, and the fact that they were perfectly static in the sky makes me think that this is something that isn't normal. What could these things be? They are very clearly witnessed by a large amount of people, and nobody has come up with any real explanations that would explain this away. Could this be drones? I could be wrong, but they seem to sit too perfectly still in the sky while lined up in a formation with one another for me to think that these are anything normal. What do you guys think these things are? Could they be genuine UFOs? Or do you think that these are explainable? If you do think that they're explainable, then leave your theories on it down in the comments and give some detail on why you think that these things are what you say they are. Back up your theories with solid reasoning so that everyone can truly understand why you think these things are what you theorize. All explanations are welcome, and hopefully it will bring us to the correct answer regarding what these objects are. At the moment, I don't want to say anything for certain, but I think that these are most likely something government related. They just don't seem like something that would be ET to me. The behavior of the objects just makes me believe that they were likely some sort of military craft, although I don't know for sure which military. This happened in Mexico, so I think it is entirely possible that this could be a test from any large government with access to tech that wouldn't want their own people to witness the technology, although I could be entirely wrong about that as well. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments, because it is definitely a strange mass sighting. Alright, moving on. Finally, I want to tell you guys some news regarding a strange set of fireball UFOs that was recently filmed up in the skies of San Diego, California. The sighting was witnessed by numerous people, and it has been causing a lot of buzz on the web lately. These things were seen late in the night on August 30th, and the lights seemed to float aimlessly in the sky and looked as if they were in a formation. Residents of the city were set into a frenzy due to the bizarre light show, and people were baffled by their appearance. One of the locals, named Uma Agarwal, reportedly told the San Diego Union Tribune, and I quote, "They were hovering in place, and they were extremely bright. It was the craziest thing." Another person from San Diego named Nikki Fox wrote on Twitter, and I quote, "Extraterrestrial lights randomly appearing in the air of the Pacific Beach in San Diego. What were these lights?" On Reddit, a user by the name of FlutterGirl9 posted, "I'm in the San Fernando Valley right now, and I couldn't believe how many UFOs were in the sky tonight." However, government officials have moved to calm the nerves of San Diego residents and came out with an official response to the sightings. They claim that these strange lights were actually flares released as part of a military test drill 30 miles or 50 kilometers off the coast. Of course, a lot of people on the web have been theorizing that this was more than simple flares. I, however, thought this was flares from the first time that I laid eyes on the footage. These lights do nothing spectacular in terms of flight mechanics, nor do they look to be anything that couldn't be recreated with just flares. There, however, were plenty of people commenting on the original video, stating things like, and this is quoting one of the comments directly, "The most hilarious thing about all these videos is the desperation of all the government shills trying to explain away each anomaly. Go back to sleep. It's flares, or drones," close quote. Despite what people may be saying, I personally believe the military may have actually been telling the truth this time. It seems this sighting has very similar characteristics to that of flares in the past that have been mistaken for UFOs. Does this mean that I believe there is no chance at all that this could have been extraterrestrial? No, there may still be a slim chance. We know our government has lied to us plenty of times before. Does that, however, mean that I think this was a genuine UFO sighting and not simply flares? No, I believe what we're seeing here is likely flares, and the odds are not stacked in ET's favor. Maybe this was a cover-up, but right now, I'm going to give the government the benefit of the doubt and believe them on it this time. In the end, it is up to you to come up with your own explanation and determine what it is that you believe these were. Maybe I'm missing something here, but I don't think so. Remember, anything is possible in this strange world we live in, and if you guys can come up with a convincing argument on why you truly think that these things were extraterrestrial or something else that's strange, then please feel free to try to change my mind down in the comments. I'm open to having my mind changed if you guys can show me enough evidence to back up your theories. However, right now, I'm going to stick with the flares explanation. There are plenty of other genuine UFO sightings out there, so let's focus on the truly unknown ones and keep trying to crack the mystery of this phenomenon. If we keep digging and fighting the opposition that is our government, I know it will one day soon be able to obtain disclosure, so let's not give up this fight. There is so much to be gained from learning the truth, and I think you guys are intelligent enough that you deserve to know the truth behind the entire alien phenomenon, just as I consider myself to be. This is a strange world we live in, and quite frankly, I wouldn't have it any other way. The more people that we have backing us up, the better, so let's both grow this channel and grow this community full of strong, intellectual warriors for disclosure. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today, but stay tuned because there is a lot more coming, and we will have it posted very soon. If you liked the video, then please don't forget to smash that like button on your way out, share it, comment, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button and tap that notification bell. It really helps us out, and it'll let you guys stay up to date by sending you a message straight to your inbox every time we upload a video, and you can stay on the up and up with all the latest alternative news. And remember, you have to hit the bell button or YouTube will not notify you when our new videos come out. Unfortunately, just subscribing on YouTube simply is not enough these days, since YouTube seems to want to hand pick and choose the content people see, but that won't stop us from moving forward. Also, if you want updates on when our videos will be coming out, then please go follow our Facebook page. The link is down in the video description. If you have some UFO footage or evidence that you would like us to feature on the channel, then please email it over to us. Our email is down in the description as well, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Also, if you guys want to help keep this channel going strong, then donating even $1 a month to our Patreon would be extremely appreciated because YouTube isn't paying us, so this is all out of pocket for us. However, as I said many times in the past, we love it and we will not be quitting anytime soon. Thanks again for your support, guys. It means a lot to us. And don't forget to browse the channel if you're new and get yourself up to speed. As always, I'm Richard with Alien Bros, and I'll see you guys again next video.